So close to being ready here. Waiting for it to filter through in the stream. Don't start with that player too. We've already seen someone do that, and it was very, very depressing to see that happen in a race. Okay, and we're off. So right off the bat, we're seeing both players grab the mushroom in 1-1. A lot of people prefer doing it. It's a lot easier to grab it in 1-1 than fire in 1-2. Of course, it looks like we're going to be seeing fire strats. There is potential for Xein to set up for small Fire Mario, but I have a feeling that it's probably just going to be normal Fire Mario. So a lot of people are probably wondering what the differences are between both versions of the game. Anyway, you'll notice that All Stars gives you 5 lives at the start, so for a race scenario, for a race setting, that can sometimes be a good thing. Hopefully we won't be seeing any game overs, but it can help. It's quite easy to die 3 times in a run. Very nice. Yeah, Xein just having a bit of a bonk there. So another thing about All Stars, as I mentioned earlier, is All Stars is just slower, about 50 seconds slower, if not a bit more. After every castle, so 1, 4, 2, 4, etc., you'll notice that the All Stars version takes about 10 extra seconds to fade out, due to the fact that the counter will time down after the boss fight, which is unfortunate. So we're just making our way through 1-3. 1-3, there isn't usually very much going on. All good. All good. Pretty good 1-4 so far. Nice. Nice fire kill from both. I think Xein made up a slight amount of time there. And now that these guys are synced, you're going to see the difference. Xein will be ahead after this split. Yep, already he's faded out. He's into 2-1. Okay, so I had a quick check on the leaderboards for Super Mario Bros. 1 Warpless on All Stars. As it stands, the record, according to the boards, is still 1959 by Darwin. So I'm not sure if that's been updated, but that's at least what I knew to be accurate for the All Stars version. So yeah, if you compare that to Cosmic's record on the NES, there's quite the difference. But definitely the All Stars record can be taken down quite a lot. Yep, pretty nice 2-1 from both. 2-2 hopefully won't be a bit of a nuisance. It, you know, can quite easily take fire off you. Gotta time those fireball shots pretty well if you want to hit them. Wow, that was... Oh! So, Xein, whenever Xein started swimming, he had landed on the ground and had ducked, and if you duck as you're starting swimming, it makes Mario's hitbox smaller. Yeah, I'd wondered why it looked like he had hit that cheap, but in fact didn't. So yeah, that basically makes Mario's hitbox half the size. Stray with the extra swag. So it looks like Xein has pretty decent cheap. Sometimes these guys are very, very close to hitting you. They're a bit closer for Stray, but it shouldn't be any issue. Nice fireballs for Xein. Nice potaboos, I should say. Not fireballs. Xein just playing it safe here. We'll see how Stray takes this on. Nope, he doesn't play it safe. Very nicely done. So, ooh. Oh, okay, nicely recovered. It was very, very close to making up a bit of time gameplay-wise against Xein, but Xein will increase the lead. So to reiterate what I mentioned earlier, at least in terms of real time, there's a difference of 2 seconds between these guys' PBs. Again, obviously, because All Stars is slower, Stray's PB would be better, at least in gameplay-wise. But this does, it does add up to be a very interesting race, to say the least. Yeah, that's a very unfortunate death for Stray. Very unfortunate. It's very easy to die there, just lightning mistiming that jump. And I was going to mention 3-2 isn't super difficult, except for that. Yeah, if you're trying to take that middle section fast, and you don't get that duck jump, it's very easy to block. Yeah, Xein just taking it a bit safe there. I think he probably could have made it under that Potaboo, but best just to try and get through this level without losing fire. Okay, very nice 3-4. Again, did play it a bit safe, but this has worked out pretty well. Stray, on the other hand, has recovered pretty well from that death. It can be a little bit upsetting for a 3-2 to treat you like that. But I reckon Stray has a lot to show in this run. Okay, very nice 3-4. Definitely saving a little bit of time against Xein, except for the version difference. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully my mic's a little bit better now. If it isn't, I'm really not sure what I can do. Okay, the notorious 4-2. I imagine that, yep, Xein is taking the top route. It's just as fast to take the top route. Some people will opt to go the bottom route for just extra swag points. Okay, so something I didn't mention about the All-Stars version earlier. One of probably the main differences, other than the timing, would be whenever you're small Mario, you'll definitely be feeling the effect of fixed hitboxes. Those hitboxes on the Piranha Plants are pretty brutal. Pretty brutal just because they actually work, unlike the NES version. On NES, it's pretty dang easy to jump over them. It's not that close. You've got a lot of leeway, but not in All Stars. You're going to have to be doing pipe jumps, which aren't easy. If you're doing 1 or 2 pipe jumps, that's easy, but doing a bunch of them consistently in a run, you don't want to be doing that. So losing fire for Straevaras is particularly costly, in my opinion. Okay, Xein just slowing down there a bit. One of the ways to dodge that. Yep. Xein says, no thanks, I just want out of there, I don't want to do the fire kill. And we've been seeing a lot of runners opt to do that in 4-4. There's just so much going on in that fight. You've got the fire bar, got a Poodaboo, got Bowser moving about all over the place, so I think pretty often it's just a good idea to say no thanks to that fire kill. It was a pretty nice 4-4 though. Xein has been collecting a lot of stars. I absolutely love it. Okay, so Stray was just showing off sort of more generally accepted way of not getting hit by that fireball, that firebar. So, okay, you gotta be very careful with that cannon at the start of 5-2. Ooh, that Hammer Bro decided to come down and say hello. I think, yeah, no, that's pretty well done. Okay, nice 5-2 for Xein. Did play it a bit safe at the start, but still pretty good. Okay, so 5-3, we would have seen this level earlier in 1-3, except for the fact that there are a bunch of bullet bills added, and that can so easily happen. Because at this point of the run, it's very unlikely that you're going to know where these guys are going to be coming from. So you've got to do some class A dodging, and it's not always the most possible thing. Yeah, 5-4, starting that off small. Thankfully, he was able to grab that mushroom without actually jumping onto the block. It can be sort of tricky to execute that on purpose. Opting to play it safe again on these elevators. No idea why my mic isn't finding me. Literally just sitting here. Thanks for letting me know. The main thing is the risk these guys are putting on is far more important than the commentary. Which, you know. Ooh, nice dodge. Love it. Absolutely love it. Threading the needle, as Cap would put it. Okay, so Xein just passes up on that second power-up. Probably would have been recommended going into 6-2. You'll probably see why in a minute. Pretty handy having Fire Mario in 6-2. Yeah, this is a very good race. Very good. And the fact that Stray has died and is in a far slower version is even more impressive. Oh, just grabs the Fire Flower there, of course. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Oh. Yeah, Stray has been making up some pretty decent ground, especially with not losing that power-up. Grabbing another star, I like it. Now, I'm quite a fan of grabbing this star in 6-2, at least in All-Stars. Well, if I don't have Fire Mario. Okay, there's a 6-2 in it then. Oh, just playing it up. Oh, that was scary. I didn't really see what caused that. I was just so mesmerized by Stray 6-2, which was very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Really well done. Stray made up a decent amount of time there, and if he executes 6-3 correctly as well, that'll be even more time. Ooh, okay, well reacted. Well reacted. That was nearly a death. That was a very good save. It's over 50 seconds slower, I believe. Oh yeah, no fire bars. Oh no! Sorry, I've been so mesmerized by Stray. Oh, last life. Okay, must have died twice there. Those are Royal Firebars. Okay, it's very important that Xein doesn't die here again. Okay, just play it a wee bit. Yes, as Chrono says. Okay, we're both small Mario at this stage. Okay, this is a perfect way to compare it. Look, these guys pretty much finished within a second. Now look at how Xein is going to be about 10 seconds ahead. Timer doesn't need to count down in the All-Stars version. Okay, interesting. I had thought that Xein may consider a life refill. Probably best not to. Now, I personally wouldn't, but it wouldn't be a ridiculous decision to make. Okay, nice bros, thankfully. Stray isn't having... Oh dear. That was a bit of a domino effect. That's really unfortunate. Oh. Stray has been dealt a nice little hand. That analogy didn't really work at all. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, Stray's in a pretty decent position now. Of course, a lot can still happen. Wow, dude. Those... Ah! I don't know what to say. It's so hard to say that. No, don't give up! Keep going, you're so close. I'm going to assume that Xein isn't watching the restream. This isn't over. Xein could start now and this still would not be over. I'm not just saying that. Be within a minute? You know, this close to the end. I think Xein deserved a lot of commendations for that. Was playing very well and probably was ahead of PB as well. Up to World 6, maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's really unfortunate to see. Well, there you have it, folks. I mean, I can't really argue with that too much. It's quite a hit to take to your morale to see that happen. That was a really good run. I would continue because we have seen what World 8 can do to people. We have seen World 8's cost people minutes, but really cannot argue with the... Ooh, 6 fireworks. It isn't a big deal, really. Yeah, minus 30 until 6-4. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me. Considering these guys' PBs are basically tied, at least real time, and then the fact that NES is 50 seconds faster. Like, Stray had basically made no mistakes either, except for the death in 3-2. This has been a pretty textbook 7-4 from Stray. This has been very nice. GG. Very nice. Oh, I mean, it's not over yet. Stray still has to finish this run, although it's pretty likely. Let's just put it that way. So, I mean, if Xein feels like joining commentary, wants to say, some words or whatever, let us on Steam about that run, you're more than welcome to. I think everyone here would be very happy to hear it. Plus, unfortunately, this will be the last race for yourself, and I've been following your progress, and I think you've done pretty well. Done better than what I'm likely to do in my race tonight. Oh yeah, guys, that's at 7, or not 7, it's at 6 PM EST, my race. I'm gonna get stuffed and displayed on a wall. But I'm looking forward to that. Oh, very nice start to 8-2. With Big Mario or Fire Mario, that jump it's reasonably tricky. It's a lot more difficult than being small Mario, of course. No, unfortunately, it goes a bit deeper than skins. The All Stars version, that's the version that Straevaras is using. The version that Straevaras is using is slower. There are a couple of minor differences as well. But it would be nice if it was just, as you say, the skin that was different. It's very likely that we're going to see Straevaras have to grab a power up. Don't want to be doing. Well, he passes up on that one. We'll see. Something offers. No. Oh, no. No, he's not. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to get past this section without a power up. If you're familiar with the patterns that, you know, the brews through their hammers, it's... I'm not sure, does Stray have 1 or 2 lives? Oh, grabbing that mushroom now. Thankfully. I think Stray might have 2 lives. Wow, those dodges! This is... Well, I mean, it's unfortunate that he got hit there, but... I think that's a pretty accurate response in. I think I'd be feeling that way as well. Whenever I saw the FU, I thought it was, you know, maybe going to be followed by an N, but never mind. This category is a fun duo. Stray has 4. Yeah, I just noticed. I don't know how I miscounted that. Of course, Stray only died once, so, you know. Logic and maths would, you know, suggest that 5 minus 1 does not equal 2. Oh, that's... Oh no, well, he died... That was his 3rd death. 3-2, 8-3, 8-4. Damn, I thought he jumped too early there, but apparently not. He did. So another difference between All Stars and the NES version is on the NES version, a lot of things will despawn a lot more easily. You would definitely see the results of that in it. Okay, that in 8-4, including that wall jump pipe. Well, we've got one more room. Playing it extra safe there. I like to see that. 22-55. Very nice. Oh, my mic bug. Well, whatever. I don't know what I can do about that. I'm not sure. Alright, so I'm just going to join the race room and see if Xein or Straevaras wants to join for the commentary, and if not, I will update you guys about what's coming up, and then we're done. Yeah, this is a really, really good race. Obviously, very unfortunate to see what happened to poor Xein. And... oh, yeah, Stray will be joining. Just give Stray an opportunity to get ready and... oh, Stray, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing alright.
I mean, congrats. That was really, really well done, and possibly on PB pace. I'm not sure. I wasn't actually watching your restream. even considering that you had a death in 3-2.
Yeah, I think I could have if I kept it together after that. I could have. I can't remember where my time save was, my PB, but I think it's in World 7 mostly. I can't remember
Yeah,
for sure though.
That was really, really impressive. I'm not sure if you were watching the restream, were you?
No, I wasn't. I don't like to watch the restream. I don't like knowing where my opponent is. I just rather leave the surprise.
No, that's fair enough. I mean, as you can imagine, 3-2 was one of the bigger sort of divergences in the run, but no, you gained that you gained that back pretty quickly in World 4. So, well, there was a forfeit in World 6, World 7.
Yeah, really how close were we when he started dying in 7?
After the last death, you were just entering 7-2. So it would have been possible. I mean, based on your World 8, it would have been... Yeah, actually, it would have been possible. But it would have still required a really good run for the remainder of it. Yeah. And at that point, whenever you're dying a couple of times, it's pretty demoralizing. So I think you probably did have it at that point anyway.
It really is. That's one of the things when I picked up this game, I learned it's not like technically hard, but how punishing it is what gets to me.
Absolutely. I mean, if you go back and look at the race times, the variance is absolutely mind-blowing. You're seeing top seeds actually get runs that are minutes from their PB, which is a lot different from what I'm used to seeing with, the races I would normally do. So it's always interesting, always really interesting. But that was an amazing performance. I wouldn't be surprised if you took this time right down.
I'm kind of curious how far I could take it with just doing the All-Stars. I was playing the NES version, and it's just the subtle differences, and mostly RNG and the Piranha Plant hitbox and stuff like that is what's kind of throwing me off when I go to play the NES version. So,
yeah, no, I fully agree. It is a very interesting version, and it would be nice to see more people run it. But I'm just going to quickly check. Do you know who you'd be up against next potentially? I'm assuming it'll be one of 2 people, right?
I just kind of thought it would be a high chance that I would get knocked out because Zam's been practicing his any percent like crazy, and so I was like, well, he's going to have a World 8 advantage over me because he's got that really fluid.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've found to be quite an advantage. Like, I basically do know Warpless, but my World 8 has been pretty damn good. Everyone's saying, oh, World 8's the hardest. I'm like, dude, I'm at home whenever I get to World 8. But,
yeah, exactly.
You'll be playing the winner of Flex Retro and Josh Keys, so both of those would be pretty tough opponents. But I think you could do it. I mean, after that, and for sure. Although Flex, well, actually, no, I shouldn't single them out. Both are amazing. Both
Flex
would beat me hands down.
A 2040 and a 2218 for his last 2 races. I mean, his PB is 1950, and looking at the lesser PB, it doesn't. I mean, it could still come out either way because, just like you said, the deviance has been high. But when I see somebody with a PB of 1950 and I'm running the All-Stars version, I'm like, if he gets run very close to his PB, there's no chance for me.
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable. Like, it definitely could be outside of the realm of even possibility. So, hopefully for him, yes, but hopefully for yourself in a good race. I think it'll probably be close. I really do. Of course, you're going to have to pull off one hell of a run, but it's possible. Definitely very possible.
However far I can go, it's kind of the same attitude as I had with the, you remember with the No Star World tournament.
And again, unsurprisingly, you are way outperforming your seed, and it just goes to show possibly the mentality of how you approach a game whenever you're learning it. Very, very important. And just based on your successes in Super Metroid as well. So I don't know. Maybe you're just amazing.
Uh, I'm sure Super Metroid's taught me a lot about speedrunning in general. Just that game's brutal. It's brutal in a different way than Mario. I was very, when I started running any Mario game, I was very surprised at what I ran into. Just the punishingness of it.
Yeah,
like
well,
your mistakes cost a lot more in this game.
yeah, I suppose. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm just having a quick look at the upcoming races. I think the next race might actually be my one, or at least as scheduled, and that would be between GT Ace, I think I'm pronouncing that right, versus myself, and I'm a big underdog there. And not only is my PB worse, but I have a 50-second disadvantage in the All-Stars version. So we'll see what happens, and then after that, we have Flex Retro versus Josh Keys. Winner of that will be playing yourself, so will be interesting. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for now. If Stray wants to say anything else, you know, he's more than welcome to. Otherwise,
No, thanks for commentating, Ben.
yeah, no worries. Alright guys, thank you very much for hanging out. That's a great race. Thanks for everything, etc, etc. Oh, also, so many thanks to Rupert for setting all of this up. The fact that he's got 2 jobs, trying to run a tournament by himself, it's very, very impressive. So thanks again, and then obviously a massive thanks to the Speed Gaming crew, who have this amazing infrastructure and just a great setup. So keep it up, guys. And yeah, thanks for having me. So we'll see you back at 6 PM EST. That's midnight Central European time, which is a bit late.